Hi and welcome. My name's Bret, and somehow you found your way to my channel. This is called Le Visage de Bret, which, if you don't speak French, means Bret's face. What my channel is gonna be like get ready with me style videos. That's kind of most of the content I like making, is like just kind of doing my makeup and talking, and that's where I think I want to go with this. So we're gonna get started, and I'm just gonna tell you about me and give you a little inside scoop on maybe what it's like to be me. If you've ever wondered what it was like to be a 6'2" pianist who wears a full face of makeup while also being fairly masculine presenting every day. Hi, welcome. You've found both of us here together to do our makeup together. So what I thought I'd do today is do my everyday eyeshadow look, because I get compliments on it every day and it's like the easiest thing to do. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a full face of makeup, and I'm just gonna tell you about myself. So like I said, my name's Bret. I like wearing makeup. I also am a professional pianist 6 days a week. So what I do is 4 days a week, I teach piano lessons to little kids, and 2 days of the week, I am a staff pianist at a college, and I accompany voice lessons. So I'm just starting out with some NARS Smudge Proof Eye Primer. Is that what it's called? Wait. Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. So that's what I do every day. I specialize in musical theater, so I'm playing a lot of like Broadway music, but I also play some pop music and classical music because it is a college. It's a conservatory of music that also has a really thriving musical theater program. To start my eyeshadow, I'm going to use my Luna Beauty Nude Prism palette. This is a really beautiful neutral palette. I love that we've got like a whole row of shimmers and the gradient that we get to go, so that as we deepen our eye look, we can find a shimmer to match it, because I really love doing that gradient shimmer. I hate spending all of this time contouring an eye look to then spread shimmer all over it and lose all of that work that I did. So the fact that I have a gradient of shimmers is really appealing to me. First, I'm gonna go into this peachy shade called I'm Shy. This is a Neen number 2. It's a dual-ended brush. And I'm gonna look over here at my mirror, because when I look in the camera to do this, I make weird faces and I can't see anyway. So yeah, I've really been enjoying, this is my first job at a college doing this. I've for years said this is what I wanted to do, and so it is really exciting to get to start to do that. And it's so much fun. Oh my gosh, like I basically go and get to sight read music all day, and it's the kind of music that I like listening to, so it's not even hard to do most of the time. And it's just a lot of fun, and it just makes me feel so fulfilled. It's amazing. And teaching is just wonderful. When I'm there with my kids, they're like, you see that spark in their eyes. I always say that's like there are so many, I probably talk more about disliking teaching than I talk about liking it, and that gives people an impression that I probably shouldn't be doing it. But the thing I say is, when you see that spark, when they get it, you know what I mean? And it just keeps me there. So now I'm going into, this is called Classic. It's just kind of a medium tan type shade. And I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna start at the outer corner, and I'm gonna basically make a little V or a sideways check mark that goes along the crease of my eye and slightly into the lower lash line. And I'll just go back with that and build it till I get it to a place where I really like it. So yeah, aside from that, I spend a lot of time working on just practicing makeup and like consuming makeup content. So I've been really into like the Iris app. If you guys don't know about that, it's a ton of fun. It's basically like makeup social media, makeup and skincare social media. So I've been really enjoying that. It's really nice that there's like a community of people who are just there, because like sometimes I felt like I was just screaming at Instagram and all of my friends were like, oh, you look pretty or whatever. And like that's fine, but like if you don't care, you don't care. But like I want to talk to people that care. So it's been nice finding like that community. Then I'm going to take the smaller side of my brush and I'm going to go into this deeper brown shade called Moody. And I'm going to take it and I'm basically just going to trace the same spots, only because I'm using the smaller brush, it's not going to cover as much area. So we're going to get deeper in that crease and we're going to make our eyes really stand out this way. Just starting at the inner corner and kind of windshield wipering my way. I was looking at the camera instead of at my face, or at the mirror. Okay, I think I can fix it. Let's just kind of soften that a little. Okay. So there we have the basic contouring of the eye kind of in. You'll notice I do my eyes first because I almost always need to clean up with foundation and such. Now I'm gonna I have one of these little sponges just for switching out shades on my brushes to kind of clean it out. And I want to highlight a little bit of the inner corner, so I'm going into this super like pinky, almost white. It reminds me of like that cherry ice cream. How it's like, it's not like white like regular vanilla ice cream. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just a little bit pink. I'm just gonna highlight a little bit of the inner corner. And I'm actually I made such a big deal about having a gradient of shimmers, and I'm just gonna go in with one. I'm gonna go into this pinky one. I don't know if you can tell, but it's my favorite. It's got the biggest dent so far, called Sam. And just with the finger, I'm gonna tap a little bit of that on my eyelid. These are really beautiful for creating that wet look. Shimmer, which is so beautiful. Okay. Where's my towel? There's my towel. I always keep a towel so I can keep my hands clean. Eyeliner. So now I'm gonna go in with some black eyeliner and I'm gonna do the inner like waterline on the bottom and the top of my eye. And I have to get very close to the mirror to do this. I also have to have my contacts in to do my makeup. I can do them with them out, but to sit in front of a camera and not be like this, you're welcome for that, I have to have my contacts in. So I also just want to be careful, not to get any eyeliner on my contacts. Okay, this is gonna look bad. I've messed up, but we are gonna fix it, I promise. This happens to me probably every day. It's part of the reason I wear my eyeliner the way I do. No, this eyeliner is MAC Technical, and it's nice, but it's very soft, and if I'm using an eyeliner this soft, I'm gonna reach for NARS first. This is just not. It's nice, but it's not amazing. It goes on well, but now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna tight line, and I'm gonna get a nice and I'm gonna get as close to my lash line as I can, and then I'm gonna just build it up a teeny bit. I know I still have a big blob there, but we're gonna... Okay. There. Now, we're gonna take an angled brush, if I can find my angled, an angled brush. Here's an angled brush. This is an Essence brush that came with a gel eyeliner. And I'm just gonna smudge this a teeny bit. And smooth out that bump. Now, I had to do my eyeliner a little bit thicker, maybe, than I originally wanted to, but not much. And I'm gonna go along the other side and do the same thing. What's a shame is I almost have to mess this eye up, even though I didn't when I was tight line, or when I was doing the waterline, to make it match. Okay. And I'll take my brush and we'll smudge it out a little bit. I'm just gently going along that liner and kind of smoothing that line. Okay. Now, I'm very excited to test out some new mascara today. So I got this a while back and just found it because I forgot I had it. So this is from Glamlight, and it's from their Kiss collection. I ended up buying the whole collection because it was on sale. So I know it's not anything super new, but it's new to me and I want to try it. So this is the Platform Lash from Glamlight. And this is the primer. It looks like lotion for your eyelashes, so that tells me that it's probably a pretty standard lash primer. I also recently got a Too Faced lash primer. I haven't tried it yet. I was gonna try it today, and then I found this and I was like, well, this is older. I should open it up first. This is nice. I like that it's not like glopping onto my lashes, because sometimes these lash primers just like glop on. The palette that came with this Kiss collection is beautiful. It's I mean, it's for some very specific looks, but if you want like nice vibrant red, green, blue, and beautiful black in there, it's a nice palette, and you're not gonna beat indie brands when it comes to the shimmer shadows and the glitters. I can see eyeliner on my contact. Okay, as far as the mascara goes, black paint is black paint. My lashes have a little bit of a curl to them, so I don't usually curl them because I don't find lash curlers terribly effective, and I'm moderately afraid of them. So the brush is kind of basic. When I'm looking at, I mean, it's just an hourglass brush. When I'm looking at mascara and things I like about mascara, it's definitely an innovative brush. I like the Bare Minerals brush because it's so flat, it like pulls my lashes along with it. I like the NARS brush because it's so separated, like the bristles are thick. So yes, it's an hourglass brush, but like the bristles are like way thicker, right, on this NARS one. There's nothing special about this brush. It's just kind of, it's just a silicone hourglass brush. And that's fine. I like an hourglass brush, but I mean, that's only one coat, but it just wasn't really combing through my lashes very well. There, that's better. But like I said, a lot of mascara, as far as it goes, on my eyelashes at least, I know some people are very particular about mascaras. On my eyelashes, a lot of the time, I'm buying a brush because black paint is black paint. But that's just my experience. Some people have wildly different experiences with mascara, and I just, maybe I'm not in the mascara era of my life. I'm definitely in a foundation era. I need to stop buying foundation because I probably have enough for the next 20 years. This is a Kimchi Chic brow pencil. What do you get obsessed with? Like, is there a certain makeup product that, like, if you see a new one come out, you're like, I have to try it? For me right now, it's foundations. And like, I'm still fairly new to my like makeup journey. Like, this all started for me a year and a half ago. That I was like, maybe I'll buy some foundation and some bronzer and wear it out in public. That was literally, I was like, maybe I'll buy some foundation, and maybe one of these days I'll like be comfortable enough going out in public with my like foundation and bronzer on. Cut to 18 months later, and I'm just like going in public as a full drag queen, just to my everyday job where I work with 7-year-olds. So I'm still quite new. Like, makeup has been a part of my life forever from theater, so like I knew a little bit, and I had put makeup on myself. I had worn like eyeliner and things in public before, but I had no idea what I was doing when I was putting it on. And so anyway, right now for me it's foundations. What is it for you? For some people it's eyeshadow. It was for me. This is just a stem. I did nothing to my face that I need to be blending. This is just because I saw the sponge and wanted to do that. Brow gel. So that was Kimchi Chic brow pencil. This is Milk Makeup brow. The Kush brow laminating gel. It's a very good stronghold gel. Honestly, my favorite brow gel in recent history is the Ulta Beauty collection. And I don't notice a big enough difference between, I actually prefer it because it goes on a little thinner. This is a little thicker, and I feel like it just like pulls my brows with it when it goes. The Ulta one, I feel like it just kind of lays down the product, and then I can go through with a brush and blend it how I want to and make them sit the way I want. I feel like this is a very nice product. It has very nice hold, but I feel like I have to kind of do everything with it, and it's already starting, like it's turned brown, and so it's nice, but yeah, that's a one drugstore product that I probably prefer. Let's see, I need to The weather is going crazy here, and I have a little bit of a runny nose. All right, so now our eyes are done. Let's go on to our complexion. Our complexion. Sorry, I should be trying to say it with a French accent because I am le visage de Bret. So I already have primer on. I did skincare. I did skin everything. I have SPF on. I used One Size Secure the Sweat Primer. It's literally my first time using it today. So I can't wait to see how it works. I'm not super oily. I'm actually dry, but I am sweaty. I'm a sweaty person. So I put that on my nose. That does get a little oily, especially now that I've got my skincare kind of more regulated and my skin is not as dry. I'm actually now overcorrecting and my nose is getting a little bit oily. So I put a little bit there and I put a little bit on my forehead where I tend to get sweaty, and then I used the Makeup Revolution gripping primer that is fairly new. I have been enjoying it. It's not sticky, and that is one of the things I like about gripping primers, is like things stick to your face. This isn't sticky, but it feels nice. It's pink, so it looks kind of like the e.l.f. pink one, and it says it has niacinamide in it, I believe. No, watermelon extract and amino acids. So, but it's been very nice. My makeup's been looking beautiful over top of it, so I have been enjoying that. Let's do a little bit of color correcting. So I have just some very slight dark circles under my eyes. So this is a NARS color corrector, and I'm just kind of smearing some on. This looks ridiculous, but when I get my concealer brush out, and this is a, I don't know, shader concealer from Mystery Brand, because it doesn't say. I think Eco Tools puts, ta-da, maybe? I don't know. I probably found it at TJ Maxx, so good luck getting your own. If you like it, it's fine. It's not a great brush. But there, so that is, as a NARS color corrector. This is Radiant Creamy Color Corrector in the shade Light. Just kind of evens me out so that then I can put on concealer. This is Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, shade 11, Vanilla. I'm pretty solidly vanilla in a lot of the drugstore lines. I was thinking about that, and I guess I don't know enough of them, but I know there are kind of stereotypical shade names. Like I said, I'm pretty solidly a vanilla. What are all of you? Do you have are you a praline? Are you a cafe au lait? I don't know. Like, those seem like ones that I've seen come up more than once. Sets. This is NARS Translucent Setting Powder. Pressed powder. And then I'm going to go in. I'm actually going in with two different foundations. I'm going in first with MAC Studio Fix. This is NW15. I'm just going to do one pump on my sponge, and then I'm going to dot it around. And blend it in. This is mostly going around the perimeter of my face. We are essentially going to thinly put it all over. Another pump to do the other side of my face. And I'm just going to bounce this. Now, I go back and forth on the Beauty Blender. This isn't actually a Beauty Blender, sorry. It's just a sponge. But I go back and forth on the makeup sponge because I do feel like it absorbs a lot of the product. However, I don't like the feeling of using my fingers to apply foundation. And I also feel like when you put, like, if you're like dunking your, like if you're pumping out a bunch of foundation and like dunking your sponge into it, I feel like, yes, it's absorbing a ton. But honestly, and yes, it still absorbs a ton when I pump onto it. But I also feel like it doesn't absorb as much as I thought it did. And I can, like, as I keep using it, like, it continues to come out of the sponge. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're gonna go in, this is Urban Decay Face Bond, shade 13, light, medium, cool, olive. And this is, it says it's self-setting. I will still set it just like I set any other foundation because I'm a freak. But this is mostly going on the center of my face again, where I might need a little bit of extra oil and shine control. So this step, probably unnecessary because of the one size. However, like I said, I own so much foundation. I want to use it up. And I just am in love with foundation right now. So this is how we're looking. Let's see if I can get a little bit better light. The lighting is not great today. And my house is a mess. I apologize. My husband's recovering from surgery. So his home base is actually on our couch that's right behind me. He's just not in here right now. Then, once I've got that all blended in, I'm gonna go in with a setting spray. This is Maybelline Lasting Fix. Put my foundation away because I do not have enough room for light. And then I'm gonna take, got it in my mouth. I'm gonna take my wet makeup sponge. I've never even owned an actual beauty blender. So it's funny that I keep calling it that. And I'm just gonna use that to kind of blend in my foundation a little more, set it a little bit, and now let's go into some complexion detail. So I'm gonna contour. I've been using an e.l.f. contour, but I can't find it. It must be in one of my other makeup bags. So today I'm using a KVD. This is the shade ModCon Fair 90. So ModCon is the name of the product, and then Fair 90 is the name of the shade. I'm just gonna do there and there. Boop, boop. Okay. And then I'm gonna take this is I know a Tada beauty brush, Tada natural beauty brush. Don't know if it's a number or anything, but it's a dual-ended complexion brush. And I'm just gonna take the long flat end and I'm gonna use it to blend in this contour. So here, under my cheekbone, around my forehead. I'm in tech for the musical Hairspray right now, so I've been singing that a lot. I'm also really obsessed with Hades Town at the moment, and the song When the Chips Are Down, I literally have listened to on repeat for 2 days on my drive. So it's getting to be a problem. My brain is like, no, there is no other music. There is only Anais Mitchell. There is only When the Chips Are Down. Sometimes I listen to other songs, but I'm quite obsessed right now. Okay, then I'm gonna go back in with my damn sponge. I got way too much contour on my chin. I'm just lightly bouncing on the skin. Make sure it's all blended in. All right, now it's time for blush. So this is an e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. The shade is Bold Faced Lilac. This is quite pigmented, so I'm gonna go in with one dot on each side. And I'm gonna get, this is an e.l.f. an Ulta Beauty Collection Contoured Foundation 102. I like it because it's just this nice flat brush, and I use that to blend my blush out. I've been really living for this purple blush lately. Love it. So pretty. Sorry if my brush is making a ton of noise. Think about that, I've got my earbuds in for the microphone. All right, and then there. Then I will go back in with my Maybelline Lasting Fix. And my wet sponge. Then I'm actually gonna set with a teeny bit of powder. This is Juvia's Place I Am Magic setting powder in White Sands. And I'm gonna use that much on a kabuki brush. So I'm gonna get it loaded up in my brush. Really make sure it's in there. And then I'm just gonna stamp it all over my face. And then lightly make sure I brush away any excess and blend it out. Now it's time for a lip. I've got I'm obsessed with mini makeup. I love mini makeup. So I have 3 of these MAC mini lipsticks. I want to get every shade I can. This one is Chili. A lot of times for red lips, I do a liner, but this one I haven't needed one. It's so stiff and that it really just kind of goes where you want it. And if I get any outside of the lines, it comes off pretty easily. But there's our finished look. So, like I said, my name is Bret. I hope you enjoy getting to know me. I can't wait to get to know you. Don't forget to click the like button, and I would love it if you subscribed so the next time I upload, you get notified about it. And I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.